It's that special time in the month where Koro scans and gameplay trailers are being leaked left and right, and a lot of new information has been revealed this month for Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, most predominantly about Rayquaza and what role it will play in these games. It is currently only speculated to contain some kind of link with Mega Evolution and the origin of Mega Evolution, but today I'm going to be discussing what could happen if Rayquaza receives either a Primal Reversion form or a Mega Evolution. And in the comments below, I'm really interested in what you guys think will happen with Rayquaza. Will it receive a Primal form? Will it receive a Mega Evolution? Or will it just contain some kind of storyline arc in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? Anyways, what is up Kanto University? My name is P-Winall. Let's begin this week's speculation. First we're going to take a look at the possibility of Rayquaza potentially receiving a Primal Reverted form in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. On the surface, it makes a lot of sense. The only two Pokemon that are confirmed to be receiving Primal forms are Groudon and Kyogre, the two cover mascots of these games. And it would just kind of make sense that Rayquaza would also receive one, as it's the third of the trio, the Weather Trio, and receiving a buffed ability to cancel out Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre's buffed abilities would also make sense, as they do seem just a touch overpowered. However, the fact that more Pokemon haven't received the confirmation of receiving Primal Reversions in these games just makes me question this just a little bit more. It would make sense that fossil Pokemon would also receive Primal Reversions, but the fact that Pokemon like Lily and Cradily and Anorith and Armaldo aren't receiving Primal forms just kind of sways my opinion just a little bit into thinking that Rayquaza also won't receive a Primal form. That, and also the fact that Rayquaza is said to link in with Mega Evolution and the secrets that they contain within the Hoenn region. Yes, Primal Reversion and Mega Evolution on the surface seem like they are very similar. In fact, it has been stated that they are similar in several press releases. However, I get the impression that Rayquaza would only fit in with one or the other, and the fact that Rayquaza is said to link in with Mega Evolution and the secrets that it contains makes me also think that it won't have anything to do with Primal Reversion. However, this is all purely speculation, as nothing has been confirmed as of yet. Do I believe that Rayquaza is going to be receiving an altered form in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? Yes, I do believe that. It just kind of makes sense to me. However, I'm unsure if it will be a primarily reverted form or if it will be a Mega Evolution. I'm swaying towards Mega Evolution, which I didn't think I'd say a couple of months ago, but with the details that have been leaking over the last couple of days, that is what I believe. Now, onto the improvements that I believe that Rayquaza could receive upon receiving either a primarily reverted form or a Mega Evolution. I'm going to go out on a limb and presume that primarily reverted forms also receive a 100 stat increase in their base stats, so it doesn't really matter which one they receive, it just matters in the storyline, I guess. I do believe that Primal Reversion and Mega Evolution is a very similar process, so in the end it doesn't really matter what kind of altered form Rayquaza receives, as it's going to receive the same kind of boost anyway. Now, Rayquaza is a peacekeeper between Groudon and Kyogre. It always has been since the original Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald games. Now, I believe that it's going to be receiving a new ability that cancels out Groudon and Kyogre's brand new primal abilities that cancel out fire or water type attacks respectively, depending on if you're using Primal Groudon or Primal Kyogre. So if Rayquaza doesn't take a Mega Evolution or a Primal Reversion, which I believe it will, it is my theory that Rayquaza will also receive an ability that is pretty much a buff of its current ability, a buffed airlock, which means it can cancel out either Primal Groudon's or Primal Kyogre's ability depending on which one's being used. It would just make sense to me that that would be the way that they balance Rayquaza with Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre, and keep in touch with the original Pokemon Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire storyline. In terms of buff stats, I'm honestly unsure what direction Game Freak would take with Rayquaza, as it would appear, just judging by today's earlier trailer, that Game Freak consider Rayquaza to be somewhat of a mixed attacker using Hyper Beam, Draco Meteor, and physical attacks in the trailer, so I'm unsure what they consider Rayquaza's role to really be in teams. If I'm going to go out on a limb, I'm going to guess that Game Freak would buff Rayquaza's attacking stats. They would boost speed, special attack and physical attack, just because I think Game Freak consider Rayquaza to be more of a attacking threat, more of an attacking Pokemon, and its stats just seem to match that as well. Some of you guys might complain that I'm just taking the easy way out when it comes to predicting these Pokemon stats, but honestly I'm unsure what kind of direction I would take with Rayquaza, and it would just seem that there's only really one way to buff Rayquaza's stats, just to even it out with Groudon and Kyogre and stuff like that. Overall, its type is pretty much perfect for what it does. I think its ability will receive a buff, and also its stats will obviously receive a buff, depending on if it receives a Primal Reversion or Mega Evolution, which I think it will, but I'm unsure which one they'll go with, and what implications they'll have with the Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire storyline. There's so much I could talk about when it comes to Rayquaza and what role it will play in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and it feels like I've barely touched the surface with what I could discuss. However, I really hope you've enjoyed today's video here on Cancer University, and in the comments below, let me know what kind of role you think Rayquaza will play in the story, and if you think it will receive a Primal Reversion or Mega Evolution. 500 likes would be really appreciated for another Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire prediction video here on Cancer University sometime in the middle of the week. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Cancer University for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace out.